Welcome to the AfroCentric Woman, where our mission is to inspire Black women to heal core wounds and embrace a luxurious and abundant lifestyle. Thank you for joining me. Let's talk, sis. Hi, welcome to the AfroCentric Woman. I'm going to tell you about the time I realized how expensive my commitment is, and expensive and exclusive and very prized and valuable, but very expensive. Okay, so with my ex, the father of my child, he had a chronic illness, and so when we got together, he had told me about some times that he had flare-ups with this chronic illness that actually had put him in the hospital, and that he was new in the country, from Europe, and so he didn't have insurance or citizenship and stuff like that, so he's paying cash at the hospital supposedly for these hospitalizations, and every now and then he would have like pain in his joints and stuff like that. And so we began dating, and back in the day, I would become exclusive very quickly, and I was very receptive to love bombing because I really didn't know what that was. So we kind of entered into a relationship very quickly, and I remember just kind of asking more questions about this chronic illness, and he would never kind of just tell me what it was. And just listening to the symptoms and hearing what he said, I said, "Oh, I think it's this." And he was like, "No, it's not." And I'm like, "Yes, it is." "Then what is it? Get your records from Europe. Like, let me see them. Like, I think this is what it is." He's like, "No, that's not what it is." And I was just like, well, whatever. I mean, for me, I'm like, I feel confident in what I think it is, so I'm going to go ahead and start a treatment plan, based off of what I think it is, regardless of if you confirm or deny what it is. So I started, I ordered like herbs online, and I started actually cooking foods and preparing teas and baths and things like that would benefit this chronic illness. And so he started to feel better and better and better, and he just really started to come alive. And then even one day, like at that time, I don't know what was going on, but I know I was picking him up from work, and I went up there. I don't know if I was dropping him off. I know this is so sad. It's very dusty, so please forgive me, my Dustiana days. But yeah, I was taking him to work, and when I got there, his supervisor, well, the guy who owned the company, was like, "Wow, like, you must be the reason why he never calls out anymore. Like, he never misses a day. He's always on time now. He has way more energy. Like, it must be you." And I just smiled, and I was like, I don't know, I guess I was just being me, just being myself, which I'm just a naturally healing person, so I'm a natural healer. So I didn't think twice. Like, I guess so. Like, I'm glad that his life is improving, because of everything that I'm doing, at the house or whatever. And so that guy, he was just so happy to see me, because I guess apparently, from him being hospitalized and calling out sick, having pain and things like that. And, he wasn't, he was in a really good mood, and he was healthy. Once, he got with me and I started taking care of him. And so, another thing I think that really contributed to his physical well-being as well as disposition was just the peace that's in the clockwork, like the clockwork provisions that were going on inside the house. Like, just no stress. Like, you don't have to stress about where are your socks, are my clothes clean, what am I going to eat, are there groceries in the house. Like, these are all things that you can take for granted, that are little stressors in the day. But when you have a woman, and you think it's like some fairy godmother that washes and matches up the socks. No, it's not a fairy godmother. It's me. These socks don't magically appear in this drawer. Your clothes don't magically go from the laundry to washer to the dryer to iron to hung up in the closet waiting on you, where you don't have to even think about any of these things. And because when we got together, he came from his sister's house, and there was a lot of drama over there. She was going through a divorce. It was a lot of drama. They weren't paying bills, always constantly, on the brink of being evicted, just, I don't know why this lady would do all this damage to the house, and the landlord was constantly upset. They even had run a car into the garage. They were trying to get them forcibly removed. It was so much drama going on in that house. And then the aunt also, I keep calling her aunt, his sister also had a business, and she wasn't paying the rent there either. So they were, she was constantly, going to be evicted out of her office, her commercial space, as well as the residential space. She was really, really bad at managing money, and it was just always drama. And so he was, paying for more than his share over there, and then there was another grown man living over there, but that grown man felt like, well, since he's here, he can pay all the bills, and not the two of them get together and the two of them figure out how they were going to do it as men. It was just chaos. And so he comes to my place, which is just the complete opposite. There's no drama. Everything runs like clockwork. It's peaceful. It's very predictable. It's very tranquil. And so I think that coming into that environment also aided in his health. And so when we broke up, I asked him to gather up his 3 trash bags and to please go. My baby was very, very small, and I would say he did well for maybe about 6 months after we got together. He did, he did okay. But then after that, he really started breaking down. He started to deteriorate, and he started going to all these little bootleg clinics and stuff. And I honestly think that they were just masking the pain. And I told him, I was like, I don't think that these people are healing you, because when I was taking care of him, I was doing it with food and herbs and, topical treatments, and really more of a holistic approach to managing this chronic disease. But when he was going to these little bootleg clinics, I think they were just giving him steroids and pain meds, and just kind of all right, patch you up, get on your way, And so I was like, I think you feel good. That's what I told him. I said, you think you feel good, but you are going to max out on these meds, and you're messing up your liver, and you don't know what's going on, because you're not really fully even aware of what's going on inside of your body. And when you crash, it's going to be bad. And he ignored me. And then, boom, he really crashed. He really started to go downhill. He started to be very debilitated, just a hot mess. I can't even verbalize just the hot mess that he became. Just physical health started to deteriorate rapidly. The house that the apartment that he was living in, it started to go down, because even he was always on the brink of eviction, always paying late fees, never, just disorganized, administrative mess, and just a mess. And then the physical health started to go down. He had this guy living with him, but the guy really wasn't barely paying anything. And this, side note, this is one thing I've noticed about narcissists. They, and especially when it comes to males and other males, they will be more likely to want to take care of another guy, or stunt for a guy, than actually to take care of a woman. And not even a woman who takes care of him. They will be resentful about a woman who literally saved them from chronic pain and misery, and they will feel resentful about paying the bills for her, but they will be glad to supplement another bandit. It's just a toxic romance. All right, now back to the original story. So that guy wasn't cleaning up. It got a roach infestation in there, and I was like, I don't want my baby coming over here, because the roaches got bad. It was really nasty over there. And it was just a mess. And so I was like, all right, well, we need to get to the bottom of this. I really just wanted him to get the diagnosis. I already knew what he had, but I was like, well, let's rule out sickle cell and let's, get more information. And I knew kind of what it was or whatever. So we went to specialists. I got him like back enrolled into this hospital. I tried to get him a social worker to follow up with him. I helped him with his application for the, what do you call it? For the it's like a alternative health care. It's not really health insurance per se. It's more like it's just a discount plan with the county hospital. So, I helped him with that. And then I had to completely back off. I just dropped it cold turkey because he didn't understand, like, I'm only helping you so that you don't wither away and die, so that, my daughter can have a dad, but I don't want to be with you. I'm just helping you as a human because you are a pathetic mess and you really do need help. And that's why I'm helping you. So when I realized, like, he doesn't respect my boundaries, he doesn't understand that I don't want to be with you, I'm only helping you, and you can't be, it's like we can't be friends. And the reason why we can't be friends is because he never can understand I don't want you. And I can say it in all the languages I want. And the next step is to put it in Braille and sign language and maybe a carrier dove to relay the message, I don't want you. But yet and still, he continues to try to be with me. So that's why I just stopped cold turkey. I'm like, well, I'm just not going to help you. You figure it out yourself. And I just backed completely out of the situation. And he just continued to deteriorate. He finally, I was so happy that he got into a relationship a few years ago. I think it had been kind of going on for a while, this relationship. But once I started dating, because I took a while off of dating, so once I started dating, he just went ahead and a few months later, he kind of like solidified the relationship. But I didn't know, like, my own baby had to kind of tell me, like, she started talking about this woman. And then that's how I kind of put two and two together that he had, finally got into a relationship. And I was overjoyed because that meant that he would be leaving me alone. But he just continued to waste away. Whatever his new wife was doing, only seemed to, further his deterioration. I mean, I'm talking bedridden. I'm talking long stints in the hospital. And I think I kind of know why, because I remember talking to his sister. I was talking to his sister because he and I had an argument about food, and he wanted me to prepare food. And I told him, I said, I'm not going to prepare. I said, if you want to kill yourself, you can kill yourself. I'm not going to help you. This food is contraindicative to your condition, and it will flare up and cause inflammation in your body. I'm not preparing this. And we had a big argument, and I talked to his sister, and his sister was like, do whatever your man wants. My husband has diabetes. I don't care. I give him whatever he wants. And I was like, really? Your husband has diabetes and you give him whatever she wants? She's like, yes, make him happy. Do what you can to make him happy. I said, look, I'm not doing that. I said, I understand, but I can't. If he wants to buy that food and it's going to hurt him, he can do it, but I'm not going to participate with that. And that was my stance on that. And that's just what I had to just stand on. So I would imagine that since his new wife is from his own culture, she probably feels that same way. Give him whatever he wants. Meanwhile, it's killing him. So now he has like irreversible bone damage and everything else. And I don't care. I mean, it's not that I don't care. It's just I feel indifferent. It's not my responsibility. He is not my responsibility. He's not even my daughter's responsibility. He is his own responsibility and his family's responsibility, not mine. And so the other woman, she don't want him. I told y'all about that. She told him to get his trash bags and go. Went back to his sister's house. He's trying to drag his trash bags back to my place. I don't want that burden, because I gave you life, literally. I restored your life. That's how powerful and special I am. I restored your life. You went from hospitalizations and being bedridden and being in pain to living a comfortable, well-nourished life from having the right woman, having a good woman by your side. But you're such a struggle bandit that you don't understand that. You don't realize that. You're so narcissistic. You don't appreciate that. You don't know what to do to cultivate that. And what that showed me once I saw how his life fell apart without me and how his health deteriorated pretty rapidly, I realized that no, not any man deserves this from me. Just because you have a pulse and a penis doesn't mean that I have to nurture you, nourish you, cater to you. I don't owe, no. What's in it for me? I have to have an idea of what's in it for me. And I'm not about to sit up here and tell you everything that I can do, because my resume, first of all, is too extensive. And then all the esoteric and like divine healing properties, I can't even articulate them. So yes, I'm a good catch. I would literally breathe life and multiply any man that I choose to invest my energy into. So the real question is, what are the qualifiers of a man that's going to benefit from everything that I have to offer? Because I'll tell you, once I really, like, of course, I know of over time, I have contributed to the life of people that I've been with, men that I've been with. Yes, I have contributed to their life, definitely. I leave them in a better state than when I found them. But with with my child's father, it was just it was too tangible. It was too drastic of a, this is what I did. This is what I did by investing my energy into you. By you even just being a parasite and leeching off of the energy and the vitality that I have. You're literally feeding off of my vitality. Literally. In the environment and peace that I create. It made me just think, this is expensive. My commitment, it's got to be very, very expensive, because you can't just go around giving precious diamonds, jewels, and pearls and emeralds and everything else to any bum on the street. Because if you give it to them, they're not going to know what to do with it. What, they're going to take it to the dope man, you know, for a crack, to smoke some drugs or something. They're not going to be like, oh, this is a diamond, let me cherish it. No, they're going to be like, all right, well, let me just get rid of this so I can get what a cheap thrill that I really want right now in the moment. They're not going to get it and cherish it and put it away and keep it safe and no, they're not going to do that. So really, it's up to me and it's up to you. You need to quantify, and you need to validate, and you need to get a price, some way, shape, or form on what your commitment is worth and who you're willing to give it to. Because certainly everyone isn't worthy of it. Certainly. And understand how powerful you are as a woman. All these bandits are going to sit up here and tell you that, oh, what do you bring to the table? I bring life. I bring life to the table. That's what I bring. Life in so many forms. Forms that I can explain and forms that I can't explain. Forms on this realm and on other realms. I bring life. So much. Like, you can give me $1 million. It still won't be worth what I give you. It won't be. Because there's no price on life. And that's what I bring. That's who I am. That's everything. And that's just in my being. It's not even in my doing. It's in my being. It's who I am. I am life. I bring life. I create life. I magnify life. I improve life. I create life. Seriously. So that helped me understand as a woman my worth, my value, my contributions, and how expensive it should be. And how choosy and exclusive I am. And that's why, do you think that since I've been dating, people haven't tried to make me be in a relationship? Yeah, of course, I've had some relationship offers. But the truth of the matter is, it wasn't a good enough offer. Like, I'm not going to accept an offer unless it's good enough. It has to be a good enough offer for me to be exclusive, because that means I have to cut myself off from my entire roster, and my entire roster contributes to my life. It makes my life better. My roster makes my life easier. It makes my life better. It makes my life more fun. It makes my life more enjoyable. I have support from various different levels coming in. So I have to think about all of that when I'm thinking about committing myself to any one person. You have to match the support. Yeah, pardon me. You have to surpass the support that I would get from any other man combined. And it has to be worth, my investment of energy. It has to be. And so knowing that has helped me date without devastation, because it's not like, oh, commit to this guy, heartbreak, destruction. Commit to this guy, heartbreak, destruction. Commit to that guy, heartbreak, discard, destruction, drama, crying. Oh my God, he deceived me. I already know y'all be deceiving. So, well, it is what it is. I'm out here trying to improve my life. So, yeah, that's my goal. And so surely at some point in time, there is going to be an offer that's worth me considering. And when that comes, it comes. I'm totally willing to evaluate a good offer. I'm willing to evaluate a good offer and run it through my vetting process and consider all my options and choose the best thing for me. Because I already know whoever I choose, they're going to be coming up. They're going to be coming up whoever I choose. So anyway, food for thought, y'all. Food for thought, ladies. Definitely think about how valuable your commitment is. And I promise you that will be, sorry if it's a trash truck. I promise you that will assist you in choosing when you want to be monogamous, when you want to get into a relationship, how much of yourself you want to invest, and is it a good offer for you? What are you really getting out of the deal? All right. Thanks for listening. Peace.
Thank you so much for sharing your time and attention with the AfroCentric woman. Special gratitude to our subscribers. If you'd like to stay connected with this channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please do so by hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell. If you like this content, please hit the like button. If you have any comments or thoughts about the content shared, please drop down into the comment section and let us know. Remember, you are worthy, you are enough, you are unique, and you are lovable. And I appreciate you.